General Hospital stars Jeannie Francis and Maurice Benard are opening up like never before about their new storyline. In Maurice's latest State of Mind podcast, Jeannie shares what makes this arc so meaningful to her and why it's resonating with GH fans. Here's a look.
They put together this brilliant story that I am loving so much. And they knew how much I wanted to work with you. And I said, there's all kinds of loves. There's all kinds of love stories.
Yeah.
They're not all romantic.
No.
And I think that there's a chemistry there with us. So I wanted them to write that.
And even the last time we worked, we were both on the same page because I said, did you notice? And you're like, we were really talking to each other. But there's talking, and then there's really talking.
And we really talk. And I think that that's because Jeannie and Maurice really talk.
Yeah.
And there's an unspoken thing there that I say, I use the text with other words too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in this scene that we're talking about, both of us left the text and came back. Because we went with the life of the scene and the life of the emotion. You were so 100% in the moment and so 100% focusing.
Yeah.
And I've talked to you about my stuff before.
Yes.
And in that scene, I was worried about what's going to be my way into this scene, because they did the last scene first, which I hate. And I realized that my way in to that scene was about trauma. I've had trauma in my life. I've relived trauma in my life, and I know what happens. I'll tell it very quickly. It was summer. We're with our kids, and we're at the lake, and every family's at the picnic table, and I'm standing there, and I want to go to the picnic table with the family, and I want to talk to the family, but I can't. I'm frozen. I can't get to the picnic table. Let's talk to the shrink. Shrink says, Jeannie, that's trauma. And I realized the moment when I was lost as a child, brought into this house where the people were all drunk, and I was a tiny kid, and they were sitting at a picnic table, just looked like everybody's laughing and having a great time at the picnic table. And I couldn't talk to them because I was about 2.5 years old, and that frozen moment of, I want to go home and I can't get home. I relived the trauma. So long story short, I tried to tell you in that scene about my trauma, and you heard me.
Yeah, yeah.
You heard me, and you're like, okay, stay with me. It's, when I've told you of my other stuff, when my depression hits and whatnot. And I was telling you about, I heard call the police, but then I just got frozen. I was telling you about my trauma, and you got it.
Yeah, I got it completely. Yeah.
And you were right there with me, supporting me, like Jeannie. It was Jeannie and Maurice.
Yeah, completely.
And I've never had anybody support me or hear me so fully like that.
Yeah.
And go with me. So it was the most exciting scene I've ever done in my life.
Part 1 of State of Mind with Jeannie Francis is streaming now, and Part 2 drops this Sunday. And it also features a special appearance from Jeannie's husband, actor and director Jonathan Frakes, who you all know from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Check it out on YouTube or wherever you watch your podcasts. And of course, you can watch General Hospital weekdays on ABC.